Hey Slayers, what's up? It is your girl, Tiana, aka the Swagslayer, over at the I'm reading
At the
Rhonda's name.
compound.
Girl, because I'm reading your name on the screen. I'm
You know,
so
you
confused.
know my name.
Right. I was about to say at the Pink Diva studio, and I'm like, that's not where I am. The Swag Slayer here on Swag Slayer Fashion on YouTube and Instagram, creator of the Swag Slayer Show, live streamed on YouTube and on the Swag Slayer Facebook page. Coming to you live today, we're going to talk to you about Veve. Of course, my lovely co-host, Rhonda, as I change her name as we talk right now, where I can't talk and type at the same time. We are going to be recapping Veve again. They have made some announcements. They have made a few changes. So first and foremost, they are having the Batman drop on May 20th at it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I think it's 8 a.m. PST. I think that's right. So if you go on their site, they quote everything in PST. So it'll say 8 a.m. So in order for you to be ready for that, you have to do a few things. I'm going to go over the steps to remind you, what's up, Derek, about what you need to do to be ready for the Batman drop. So you can buy the Batman NFT collectibles. Real quick, do not forget that I am going to be with Terry tonight in Clubhouse talking about Veve as well. So anything that changes between what we talk about today and tonight, I'll add to it. But we'll be over there in Terry's room, Evolving Always, or in her club, I should say. My fault. Terry's got a club, Evolving Always. Hey, Tia.
In the club. Hey, Tia.
Yes. So step one, if you want to be ready to buy the Veve Batman collectibles, you want to download the Veve app. It's free in the Apple Store and Google Store. And then you want to load money, which is technically called gems, into the Veve app. So you can go into your profile and it'll say how much money you have in your wallet. You can click on it and you can add additional gems. Each gem is basically $1. They say it's 99 cents, but it's $1. So you want to prepare for that. Rhonda, do you have your email about the drop? So Rhonda and I both got the email announcement.
Let me just pull that up real quick. I did, darling. Because I was extra excited when I saw it because why? It's Batman.
Yes.
So I'm here for it. Yes, I am here for it. I was like, oh no, not Batman.
And anytime, like once you download the app, whatever email you use when you download the Veve app, they will send you an email letting you know about the new drops. And typically what it does, it'll show you the photo of the NFT. It will tell you how much each NFT is typically. Now, everyone doesn't do that, but most of them do. So you can see which ones you like. And that way, when you go into the app on that day, you are ready and know which ones that you want to purchase. And so that way you can have that many gems loaded to your Veve account. So it lets you set a reminder this time in your email, which they usually don't do, usually set the reminder inside the app. And what I noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rhonda, this email did not give me all the specific details. What's up, Brittany?
No, it did not. It was very limited as to what they said.
Yes, it was very
much so. Hey, Brittany. So I was like, okay, well, I need a little bit more information. Well, that is one thing about them. I do need to pull a little bit more information out of them sometimes. But, really and truly, I guess that they gave us what we needed to know. What's dropping, when it's dropping.
Yes. And I think this time they didn't do such a detailed email because they're so busy trying to make sure their customer service portal that they just launched is properly working. Because before, Veve did not have a customer service portal. We have to keep in mind, the Veve app is only a couple months old. They were not expecting so many of us to be interested in what they were doing so soon. So they're a little overwhelmed with all of the curiosity and the excitement about what they're doing, that, things are moving a little bit slower than usual because they just didn't have the manpower in place, because they were expecting this type of growth a year or so from now, not 2-3 months into it.
Yes. And they did not expect us to be like jumping on it like, wow, that. I'm like,
exactly.
And so, and when that happens, you know, sometimes I feel like they gotta backtrack just a little bit to make sure, oh, let's make sure we have everything covered. Let's make sure we
Yes.
weren't expecting this
Yes.
outpour of support.
And because they have to be able to support the platform to hold all those inquiries, because you have a feed just like Instagram. We can post stuff all over a feed, like, so their computers have to be in place. They have to do all these things. And I know they really want to take care of that customer service portal, because in Discord, people are blowing up the Discord, tagging the admin, and it is a crazy hectic mess. Like, I try to read through the Discord when I want to learn something. The moment you start reading something, you get to the second page and the second word, and like 400 more messages come in and push that once, and you're like, oh no. So I know if I feel that way,
I don't even deal with it. Just send me an email.
Yes.
Let me log into my account.
Yes.
Let me search, and that's it.
And if I have questions, I'll ask you. Yes. Yes. So that's why I think this email wasn't as detailed as all the other emails, because they are working on that customer service portal to make sure if you have customer service questions, you have someone to reach out to who will get back to you. But typically the emails are very detailed and show the pictures. So the other thing happening is that they are starting to do animated collectibles. So I'm going to share my screen. This is kind of small, so I'm going to put it on the whole screen, and then I'm going to play it. This one doesn't have audio, and it just shows how the unicorn is animated. I think I pronounce his name wrong every time, so I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it.
So cute.
He's so adorable. I put him on my Instagram yesterday, of course, to music, darling.
Yes, I saw that.
I know. He's adorable. So we have him in the whole collection of unicorns. So that is something that I have. I have him in the entire collection. He is the first animated. He is also one of the most popular NFTs collections that Veve put out, which I was very surprised. I think it's because it's his hair and color and everything, but he is one of the most popular. So it was very smart of them to make him one of the first animated. But again, that is to go with the Veve verse. So you can get a glimpse of what it's going to be like to have your collectibles in the Veve verse. They'll actually move around. So you can actually take that NFT, place it with your phone with the augmented reality, the AR that we talked about before, and then you can get in the video with him. So right now you can technically only take a picture with your NFTs, right, through the app. But if you have a screen recorder, you can go ahead and load him if you have them, and then take a screen record of him moving around and you in there. So yesterday, my husband, because we just got him yesterday to complete our collection. So yesterday, my husband and I tried him out. It was pretty awesome. I was like, oh my gosh. So we just tried them kind of out in the room. We weren't like set up to really do one. So we have something coming for you later, darling. I can't spill the tea, but it should be
my Lord. Spill the tea now. Spill the tea now.
No, you got to come back. But I am going to post it on Instagram. So if you're following me over there, you'll see it. But it was his idea. And I was like, oh my God, babe, I didn't even think about that. So we're going to do that and put that together. So I thought that was going to be exciting. But yes, if you can screen record, you can screen record your animated one. He's the only animated one right now. He's about $1,000 and up because people are reselling him, of course, in the market. So again, think about that. If you're purchasing these for $29, $39, $9.99 is the highest I've ever seen one. And that was the DeLorean and the Ghostbusters special rare. You can then resell them. So if someone, first of all, I don't think he was $100. Let me see how much he was originally. And then people are reselling him for $1,000 and up. I'm in the Veve app. I get a little confused. I try my hardest to only go to my collection because there's so many collections on the Veve app. So this is Ghostbusters twice. Okay, here are the unicorn. I just call them unicorns, but they're like unicorno is what I think is how you pronounce it. So yeah, he sold for $22.99 when Veve dropped him on the drop. he is selling for $1,000 and up in the Veve marketplace. What? So again, this is why, yes, we talk about Veve, because in the Slayer's mind, they're resellers. That's what we do. We buy low, we sell high. This is a very simple thing to buy low and then resell high. Hey, Penny, how are you today? Thank you for joining us. So he sold for $22.99. He's reselling for $1,000. There are only 70 left currently in the market. You can get him for like $720 on a bid. Sometimes people will pop up and just need the money, so they'll sell them for about $700. But I haven't seen one less than $700. There's $700 and up to $1,000. Some people are asking $1,300 for him.
So by money, we mean actual money, or
right? Good question. I'm going to go over that today. Oh. Yes. When so the highest I see him right now is 29. Nope, sorry. But hold on. I just want to get the highest I see him right now is $9,000, but there are only 70 of them being sold in the open market. So $9,000 from $22.99 is huge. He'll probably sell between $1,000 or so. People will lower their price until they get rid of them, or they'll hold out. So again, great question. I'm going to answer that today because I know I had some additional questions about that. When Veve, the app, first came out, you could take your gems. So you would go into the Apple Store or the Play Store and purchase gems to be uploaded into your app, just like on any gaming app that you have. Whatever they have for sale, you can buy it in the Play or Apple Store. It's uploaded to that app. Then you purchase your NFT. In this case, they're NFTs. What you were doing before is when you sold them, then you could cash out your gems for cash. You cannot, or for OMI tokens. You cannot do that anymore. So if you want to turn your NFT into actual cash money instead of gems, you would sell them on the open market elsewhere. So it's still going to be inside Veve, but just how we do Instagram sales, you could sell yours on Instagram. Someone would cash app you, and then you would transfer your collectible item to them. There are QR codes that you can scan to send it to their account, or you could type their name in. You must type their name in correctly, and it'll send the character to their account. But of course, they would pay for it outside of Veve so you could have actual cash. Another announcement and thing that they're looking into doing, not an official announcement, but it's been talked about, that they are going to make their NFTs compatible with OpenSea. So OpenSea is what it's called. Let me pull it up. OpenSea is an NFT platform where you can trade, sell, buy NFTs. I'm waiting for it to load. I'll show it to you in just one moment. It is an open marketplace, very similar to all the marketplaces that we use now, except for they only sell NFTs. So these NFTs are based on Ethereum. I believe it is Ethereum. I know Rarible is based on Ethereum. Yes, this is based on Ethereum as well. I just want to double check because sometimes it's a lot of information. Sometimes I get slightly confused. So this is OpenSea. As you can see, the logo is here at the top. These are NFTs that someone created, and then you can purchase for Ethereum. Rhonda, can you see this tiny symbol down here with the 0.02?
I'm old as hell. I can't see.
Oh, that. Lord, I'm so sorry.
What is that? Two what?
Just where it says price. Can you see price?
Yeah.
Okay. So right here where it says price, there's a little symbol. Looks like a triangle on top of another triangle. Yeah. That is the symbol for Ethereum, which is also ETH. Of course, as you know, again, if you trade on the stock market, it will have the company's name, but then it'll have the ticker symbol. So ETH is like the exchange's symbol for Ethereum. So these prices are based on Ethereum. So this is 0.02 of an Ethereum. Ethereum is fluctuating right now between $3,000 and $4,000. So based on the current price of Ethereum, when you purchase this, you're going to pay 0.02 of one Ethereum. This one they're asking 0.39, which is just a percentage, as we know. of a one full Ethereum, because one full Ethereum, depending on the day and the time, could be anywhere between $3,000 and $4,000. I would be able to pull it up, but I have a new phone and I don't remember if I downloaded Kraken to this phone or not. So I might not be able to tell you the exact price of Ethereum today at this moment, because I don't think I have Kraken on my new phone. But you can download Kraken, and it just gives you the prices of the digital currency at the time you pull it up, just to have an idea of how much it is. Yeah, I didn't download Kraken onto this new phone, even though I thought I did. Very strange. So I need to fix that. I hate having a new phone because all my stuff isn't where I need it to be. But these are different NFTs, again, that people created. So it is rumored that Veve is going to have their NFTs compatible with OpenSea, so then you can sell them inside of OpenSea for whatever price you set, and a buyer is willing to purchase them for. So I did want to show you that today. You can dig around and look on OpenSea. There's also one called Rarible that you can take a look at that that sells NFTs as well. Oh, hey Terry, what's up, girl? What's up, girl? I was telling everybody that we'll be in Clubhouse this evening. If you have the Clubhouse link, Terry, and you could put it in the live chat, I would totally appreciate it, just to make it easy for everyone to get to.
Oh no.
What'd you say?
Okay, so you buffered. You buffered.
No. Okay. I was just asking Terry if she had the Clubhouse link, if she could put it in the live chat so everyone can easily get to Clubhouse tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will again be talking about Veve. So I know she had something else to do, so I don't know how long she'll be in the chat. But yes, there's also Rarible, which is another NFT site. I'm trying to spell it. That might be wrong. So I can pull it up. And so you can sell NFTs there. With Rarible and OpenSea, you can design your own NFTs if you have enough creativity, skill, and ability to do that. I do not. So I did not. Well, I sort of created one. We'll talk about that later. We'll see. Let me see what it looks like. We'll figure that out. And then, but you can do that. It wasn't super easy, but it wasn't super hard either. So it's really just about having that piece of artwork or design that you're going to have, and then uploading it to the system. You do need to have your own Ethereum to be able to do that, but you can have your own NFT as well if you like. This is like the future for artists. They are so stoked about these new NFTs because this helps them mint that they created this. Like somebody else can't be like, I made this thing. No, because it's entered on the blockchain, which keeps a record. It's like having receipts. So, oh, thanks, Brittany. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, girl. It's a Puma top. So the funny thing is, when I was putting it on this morning, my husband was in the bedroom with me. And so I was like putting it on, and he was like, that shirt looks real complicated. He's like, I'd never be able to wear that. And I kind of giggled. He goes, it looks like you're trying to squeeze yourself into a knot. So like, what? And it is a little complex because these straps untie. So it's 4 straps just hanging when you put it on. And then it's technically a tank top with just this one mesh sleeve, right? So it probably looked crazy when I was trying to put it on, because you put your arm in each sleeve,
yes.
and you got to tie it up. And because it's see-through, it's got an extra piece underneath it. He was like, that's too much for me. So Terry did drop the link for Clubhouse tonight. So definitely click on that and set the reminder so you can join us this evening in Clubhouse for that Clubhouse talk in the Evolving Always Club. Oh, thanks, Terry. I appreciate that. Playing us in the background. So I think the Rarible page loaded. Yes, it loaded. Okay, so I'm going to go back and share the screen so you can also see Rarible, which is another NFT platform where you can upload. And this is the symbol here. You go to create. You can create your own thing. There are ones here that you can purchase. Of course, it's the same. Again, it's based on Ethereum, But this Ethereum is slightly different because it says ETH. Don't ask me, darling, because I don't know. I don't know what the W stands for, and I don't want to give you incorrect information. I have not purchased any NFTs on Rarible, but I know that you can. I know you have different options, is what I'm going to say, because if I start naming this terminology, you guys are going to be like, what is she talking about? I'm not. But yes, there are different options you have when you put your NFT onto Rarible. But I did want you guys to know that Rarible, along with OpenSea, is another platform. But for today's conversation, OpenSea is the one that Veve is rumored to be making their NFTs compatible, so you can purchase them in the Veve app and then sell them to someone else inside of OpenSea for, of course, Ethereum, because that is the platform, the currency blockchain it is based on. What's up, Christy? Hey, girl. Okay, so I have a list here because I don't want to forget anything. So I covered the first two, the animated, and then I covered the Mage Drop for Batman. Okay, and we covered OpenSea. So yes, so the next thing is Changerly. So Changerly, which I'm going to share my screen again, is a exchange. Let me find which page I have Changerly on. Maybe I don't have Changerly on a page. Give me a second. I just want to make sure you guys get the correct spelling. I've opened additional windows, so now I've got a lot going on, baby. But Changerly is a blockchain exchange where you'll be able to go in the future and sell or buy your OMI tokens. Because the OMI tokens are a little complex to purchase right now, and right now there are like only 4 platforms, and not platforms, I should say alternative exchanges. They're called altcoin exchanges, which is an alternative coin exchange. And it can get quite complex, as I explained before, and everybody was kind of lost, and I'm so sorry. But they're looking to make it a little more user-friendly for the new digital currency investor, because, or user, not investor, excuse me, user, because the simpler it is, the more user-friendly it is, the more people are going to use it. In the past, it's been quite the fun time trying to buy and sell different coins. So this is Changerly. Here's the logo in the corner and the correct spelling. And you can kind of look up their exchange, kind of how it works. Of course, there's an app for that. What is there not an app for? And then, of course, you can change it to, English, Spanish, French, Dutch, different languages like that if you need that. And then you can just kind of look here. It's a digital currency exchange. So you can exchange different digital currencies. For example, they have right here on this picture, Bitcoin, BTC, Ethereum, ETH. I can select from a drop down. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and the list just goes on and on and on. And you can exchange this token, which is the first box, to this token, and then you can select which one you want to change it to. Let me see. So they do have USD, but then they have true USD coin, which is different things that they're not fiat, but you took your fiat, which again, fiat is the money from your country, euros, dollars, pounds, that you have turned into whatever you like. In America, it's USD, but you can do USDT, which is US dollars in Tether coin, and it kind of gets complex from there. However, once OMI, or when, because it's again rumored that OMI is going to partner with Changerly and it'll be on their exchange, you'll just be able to come over here and select, OMI tokens. So that's a huge thing, because having a user-friendly dashboard or exchange to be able to trade your tokens for another token, or for US dollars, euro, pesos, any of those, whatever country you're in, the simpler it is and the more streamlined it is, the more people are willing to use it. Like, we have been using digital currency for, oh my gosh, like at least 7 years, probably 8 years, maybe a little bit longer, to be honest. And it was a free-for-all hot mess to try to change your coins or even your dollar once you got the coins to something else. And plus, every exchange has a fee and different things like that. So you had to calculate all that in when you were doing your exchanges to move your, your investments around or your money around or whatever. So it was an exciting and complex time. And it truly still really is. And that's why I'm very excited that Veve is going to try to move their OMI tokens to a platform or exchange that is simpler to use. Because again, right now you have to go on, for example, Coinbase, purchase Bitcoin or Ethereum, then go to the altcoin exchange, transfer it from there to the altcoin exchange, then buy the OMI, then move the OMI to a secure wallet. It's a lot of steps. It's worth it, but when you're new to this, it is a lot to try to figure out. And when you're dealing with money, people get, it's your money. You don't want to mess up by mistake. So Lisa had asked me about the secure wallet, because we talked about how Ecomi has a secure wallet. It's like a debit card size. You do have to pay for it. I think it's about $200 and something, but they are sold out. It is not the only secure wallet. The secure wallet that a lot of the community was using was, why is it leaving my brain? Ledger. I was like, what is it called? I have one. The Ledger Nano S was like the first hard wallet that came out, and they now have a Ledger Nano X. X is an X-ray or X, depending on what language you speak. And the X has Bluetooth capability, so you can Bluetooth it from your device. However, Ledger, the company that creates the Ledger Nano S and X, got hacked. And a lot of people's emails were confiscated during that hack. And then, of course, they were sending out phishing emails to try to get you to click the link so they could, virus up your stuff, or get you to give them your information, your logins and keys and stuff like that, so they can access your digital currency. I always recommend, if someone reaches out to you via email or even phone call and is asking you for personal information, do not give it to them. If you do believe it's the company that you're working with, hang up and call the number that you have for them, not some new number they gave you, the number you already use normally. Get an agent like that and then talk to someone in that way, because that is something that was going on. Those are the ones that there are other hard wallets out there, so you can do your research and select a hard wallet if you want to store your currency, your coins, somewhere other than on the internet, which I highly recommend. Don't just leave all of them on the internet. Of course, you're going to have some on the internet because you're going to transact with them, but you're not going to have them all just sitting on the internet. So the last thing I'm going to share with you, and not the last thing of the day, but I'm slightly nervous to share this, just slightly, because someone is going to say I'm crazy. And before I even share my screen, because I'm going to do the share screen, I said this to Rhonda yesterday. And like I've talked about with my husband, whatever, but I said it out loud on the phone with Rhonda yesterday, and I started laughing hysterically and was like, I know this sounds crazy. Because it just sounds like this person is out of her mind. And even though I have experience in this, my own personal experience, because again, I'm not a financial advisor or any of that thing. I only talk to you guys about what I've seen, done, and learned along the way. That way you can go out, see, research, and learn as well. You can't learn about something and become better at something that you don't even know exists. So that's why we talk about it, so you can get a better idea of how things work, and then you can go out and do your own research, talk to a professional. You'll know what questions to even ask a professional, and then, make the best decision for you and your situation. So that being said, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So my goal for OMI, and again, I've done something similar to this in the past and it worked very well, but with things that weren't 1 cent. They were quite a bit more when I purchased them, or I should say purchased them. And when we cashed out, we made some good money. Okay. But this time I'm actually going to try to make a life-changing decision. I like OMI token. I like Veve. I use it. We own 5 full collections: Unicornos, Mercorns, Kryptonics, the one I showed y'all, the DeLoreans, all 3, and I can't remember the other one. Something. I forgot. And possibly Batman tomorrow. So maybe we'll have 6. I mean Thursday, excuse me, the 20th. So OMI, for example, this is just an example. Again, this is my plan for my future. These are just example numbers. You can see the price of OMI is actually less than a cent right now. I think it's 0.0045 cents. So this is just based on if OMI was a cent, 1 penny, and I spent $5,000 of my own dollars on OMI at a penny, I would have 500,000 OMI tokens. In reality, since it's less than a penny right now, I would have more, but we're basing it on it being worth a penny for easy math. Okay. With that being said, when OMI hits a dollar, the coin is worth $1 on the exchange, wherever that is. The amount of tokens I have would then be worth $500,000, right? And then if OMI hit $2, it will be a full milli. That's an example. With that example, remember, there used to be a time that Amazon, AMZ, on the stock exchange was like $6, $8, $10, $12, $20, right? People like, Amazon, what's that, right? Even though we were using it, we weren't thinking, let's buy that. Tesla, same thing. All of that was at some low, ridiculous price. Coca-Cola, before many of us were born, somebody, our ancestor, had heard about Coca-Cola, right? And could have bought it for whatever price. I am looking something up. Give me a second. With that being said, today Amazon stock price is $3,283.73 per share. Okay, so back in the day, let's just say when Amazon was $10 a share, right? And you bought $100 worth of shares, right? You would have 10 shares right now today if you didn't sell them and you bought them. And then at today's price, what I say, 3,283, you would have $32,000, right? You spent $100, you had $32,000. Because it was $10, right? 10 years, what? 15 years, maybe? I don't remember when the price. I don't know. It had to be, let's just say 10 or 15 years. I didn't do the research on that. You could look it up. Investing takes 5, 10, 15, 20 years before you build your pot. Okay. So say I have to wait 10 years for OMI to be $1 or $2, excuse me. I have a full mill. So my goal, when that happens, because it will, you just have to be patient. My goal is to cash out the whole thing. Yeah, and when that happens, you do create a taxable event. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I just know you cash out your money or your investment or whatever. Uncle Sam say, where's mine? It can range depending on where you live, state taxes, your income bracket before you cash out, all of this stuff. But let's just say, for example, I had to pay 50% of that, of the milli in taxes. So I'm left with a half a milli, right? Right here, left with a half a milli. My goal are these 6 things on this list. Clearly, I can't spell. Okay. So the first thing, I want to pay off my home, pay off $100,000 of student loan debt because yes, I have $100,000 in student loan debt. It's unreal. So I want to pay that off. I want to pay off my credit card, which is really, I might pay that off before this even happens because it's not that astronomical. It could be paid off before this time, but if it's not, I just want to pay it off. I want to pay off my car, which could possibly be paid off then because I'm almost done. I want to replace my oldest car with a newer car because my oldest car is like 12 or 13 years old. So, you know, I might be able to drive it another 4 years or so, you know, so because I'm saying, you know, if this is in 5 years, 10 years, whatever the case, I would need to replace my oldest car and then just go on a family vacation. Nothing huge, of course. Because again, $500,000 sounds like a lot of money, but it really is not. So and I would prefer to just cash mine out and have zero debts and zero bills. The only bill then at that time I would personally need to pay in my personal situation is my property tax, of course, because I'm responsible for that. And then grocery, utilities, my cell phone. I can do that, boo. So,
right.
That is my goal. What's up, LM3?
Hey,
that is totally my goal. And so pretty much right now, Penny says, I have no idea what y'all are talking about. I love you so. I'll hang out. We love you too.
We love you for hanging out. We love you for hanging out.
Yes. And Terry says everything is a risk in life, and that is very true. So that is my goal. We, of course, we have planned, you know, for retirement and different things. We have different things in place for other things, but I figured, you know, I don't have to work. I enjoy generating my own money. I love it. So I like to have my own money, whether it's going to a job and getting it, which is my least favorite way to make money, or all the other things I do to make my own money. So I'll always want to be in a place where I'm generating my own income because I just like doing that. But to have the minimal, you know, the maximum bills that I have decline to basically nothing, where my living for the month will be what, $1,000, especially my child's still here, probably be a little bit less once she, you know, was off on her own. That is something that I really want to do. We have other things in place to, you know, for regular life. With that being said,
go ahead on. Come on and spill that tea.
I am considering going back to work. I really just have to wait. I mean, I will go back to work. They're probably going to be like, yes, we want you in July. The latest August, but it should be the first week of July, all the way till December. So from July till December, so right before the holiday, I will work just so the money that I just went over on that list, I generate from, you know, regular job plus all the other stuff I already do, and put that money into that investment. Because again, my husband and I have our own investments with other stuff. I don't want to touch any of the income that we already have coming in. I don't want to touch anything that we've already pre-planned to put aside for our future investments, so we don't have to greet people at a big box store because we can't afford to eat. Like, I didn't want to touch any of that money. So I was like, how can I get creative, find another avenue to make money, to be able to fuel the goal that I have, and hope that I can pull this off. Aww. Terry is dropping good information. That's why I'm putting it on the screen. And I'm not nervous. I'm excited. I realize that I probably sound crazy to some of my slayers. I still love y'all.
I think you have to work your plan the way you have to work your plan. And if you have a set plan, goals in mind that you're trying to achieve, I think that you do you. And that's the most important thing, is that you achieve the goal that you have.
Yes.
Work the plan that you have set out.
That I can come back and play a clip from this video as I was explaining my crazy plan. And then
tell us all about how that worked out for you.
Yes. And then show y'all that it came to fruition and it is done. Check, bucket list. Okay. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully it won't be more than 5 years, you know, and no big deal. I can wait 5 years. if God doesn't take me home first, I'm gonna be here 5 years anyway, so I might as well. And what's $5,000? You know, like that is a lot of money, but I'm going to work to get it so that it's not taken from my home. Which of course I'll make more than $5,000 in the 4 months that I work. However, your girl want patio furniture and all this other stuff, so the rest of that money I'm gonna spend on that. So
you don't want patio furniture, will
I still want it because he ain't buy it yet. I say, what you don't?
Honey, I would be so glad when he gets this patio furniture.
Girl,
I'm gonna have to have a word.
He almost bought it the other day, and he was like, "I almost got it, but then I think it was gonna be the wrong one." I said, "Yeah, don't try to surprise me. I'm gonna pick it. I'll put it in the cart. You just pay." That's how this works.
He just forgot. He just needed, what do they say? A refresher course.
Yes. But then what ended up happening is, instead of buying the patio furniture, we buy Omi. So I still don't have no furniture. But Omi is
has priorities.
Right. It's worth more to me. And, I'll get it eventually. So I wanted to share that with you guys. It made me a little nervous, but I feel better now. I just know yesterday when I told Rhonda, I laughed so hard. Y'all wish y'all could have heard me because I heard myself say it. And I thought, girl, you sound crazy.
And then I was all like, who are you and what have you done with Tiana?
Oh my gosh.
But I'm happy for you. I support whatever your decision is. And, like you say, you have a plan, you have a vision. So sometimes we just got to do what we got to do to bring that vision to life.
It's true. And $5,000, that's some real money. But at the end of the day, I'm going to blow it on something. Because if I add up all the times I go out to eat, I'm sure I spend more than $5,000 a year on food not prepared at my house. Last night I bought dinner just for me and spent $40. I almost didn't click the pay button. I know. I'm a little bougie. I don't have a problem admitting that. Whatever.
That's fine, but I'm just thinking $40 just for you. What in the world? Because now look, I'm not judging because I don't spend quite that money if it's just me eating out.
But I don't usually either. I was surprised when I saw the total. I said, "What?"
I'm like, "Good golly, Miss Molly, honey,
I know."
Well, where did you eat at?
I was like, I can't do that again. Lord.
No, now I need to know where you ate at.
It wasn't even anywhere expensive. Yes, Terry, thank you. I appreciate you because Terry, she is that guru of many, many things, and I appreciate those words.
Yes.
I only ate at Bar Louie, but this was a thing. I got fried calamari, which is $13, right? Then I got wings, which is $15, 10 wings.
I love
and then
wings,
I got mini salmon sliders, which were like $13, $14 plus tax. I didn't even do a delivery because the delivery was $8. I say, forget that.
She does, Stephanie, honey. She got expensive taste. But I'm not mad at you because I really can't talk, because I like to, as we know, I like to eat. But, when you're, I could probably do that if I went to Papa Do's and got my favorite things, crab cakes and, shrimp cocktail, and then come back around to the main course, So, because I always buy extra when I go places like that so I can bring it home for the next day.
And the wings I'm going to eat today for lunch because actually, randomly, I was full off just the calamari, which is just an appetizer. And I was like, how am I full already? So I ate the salmon burgers right before the live. And then a couple hours, I'll eat the wings. So technically, it was like 2 days worth of food, but usually I can eat all of that at one time. So I don't know.
Look, this is me. And look, I'm talking on the cheap end. This is me at Burger King. 2 Impossible Whoppers. Because I have to plan lunch for the next day.
Yes.
So I can eat, because then I eat half here, because it takes me forever in a day to eat. So I eat half of it. And then, I go about my business, come back around, maybe eat the other half.
True.
So, because I can't ingest that whole burger at one time. Because then
that's how I am with Chipotle. I can't eat a whole burrito bowl at once. So it's 2 meals for me.
Yes, it definitely is for me as well. Like I say, so I since weight loss surgery, I eat in parts. So I
True.
might fix a plate, but it's going to take me over the course of an hour, 2 hours
To eat.
to really finish. And then sometimes I don't even finish,
True.
because if I just look at it, if I finish and I stop and then get back to it later, I'm looking at it like, oh, I don't really want that. I just, uh-uh. So I
Yeah.
get that. I'm a two-part eater. And if I go out, honey, I'm bringing that home. You guarantee.
Oh
Doc,
yeah.
can I please? Doc,
Yes.
can I
And
have some?
this is why I don't like to go to restaurants that are too fancy, because Christy's right. $40 is a grocery bill.
Yes.
Granted, Bar Louie's not too fancy, but they give you such small portions. There is nothing to bring home. I'm like, oh no.
Oh,
All this
no.
money, you got no leftovers?
Now, I'm going to tell you, if I'm going out to somewhere schmancy, fancy, I'm going to need to have can I get a to-go plate? Can you wrap this up for me?
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely going to be taking that home because that's going to be a second meal.
Yes.
I mean, that's like me going to a steakhouse. Oh, well, yeah, they serve that big porterhouse. Baby,
Okay.
that's like 3 meals.
Yes. And that's what I need. I need at least 2 meals out of everything. And Chipotle does me right every time, because I get 2 meals out of Chipotle, no problem. So
Exactly. Because I'm just looking like, look, if I come here and whether it was me paying or, who shot John paying, I'm
right.
still taking something home. I mean, I just, I'm saying
I'm not mad. That's what you do. And also another way to keep us from eating out, because what I noticed is, my husband's the chef at the house. If I cook, me and my daughter will eat. My husband, he's not gonna eat anything I cook. He's gonna recook it or complain that he didn't like it. So
I think that's hilarious.
But the crazy part is my husband really is the only one who won't eat what I cook. Like my sister, my daughter, me, every boyfriend before him. Like I say I can't cook because I don't want anyone to ever ask me or to expect. And I learned, this is so sad, I learned from the Diary of a Wimpy Kid to never be good at anything you don't want to do. So I purposely am not good at it, so he cannot continuously ask me to do it, even though he still does. And then he'd be mad when it's not right. I'd be looking at him crazy, like, well, you knew that.
Baby, this kills me every time. It's like I'm just not good at cooking because I don't want to cook.
I don't want to do it.
But yet he doesn't.
But he'll still ask
me. He keeps asking you.
So confusing.
I'm like, boo, stop asking.
Well, because he knows that if it was life or death, like I'm gonna cook a meal that we can all eat and it's not gonna be terrible. But this is the thing, even when I go in the kitchen and I throw down for him, he will still complain. So I just said, okay, I'm gonna burn it on purpose. I'm gonna put some seasoning that don't go in it. I'm gonna put it on your plate and you're gonna stop asking me to cook.
I'm gonna burn it on purpose.
Yes.
Girl, look, let me just tell you, when I was in my situationship, it took a lot. I mean, I cooked, because really and truly, I will admit, when I first moved out on my own, I wasn't such a big cook. I used to go back home for dinner.
I'm not mad at you.
And so, my person at that time was like, did you go to your parents' house again? I said, yeah, I had to eat dinner.
Right.
And they were like, well, what about me eating dinner? Oh, you didn't eat? Thought you ate before you got here. And to my shocking surprise, I had gotten up the next day and there was a thing of pork chops sitting out. Okay. So I was like, oh, we're going to have pork chops. Honey, I got that call on the phone saying I left those pork chops out so you can cook them.
Oh!
I was like, okay, so I'm going to cook. These will be ready by the time you get home. I'll be at my parents.
Right.
No. We're going to have dinner,
Together.
So, honey, who got on the phone real fast and asked my dad, how do I cook these?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. How do I cook these? And then I thought about some. I was like, okay, I got to put something with it. We had enough sides so I could create sides or whatever. But I was like horrified. But I actually learned from that point on how to just cook different stuff.
Yeah.
And I had to think back to how my dad fixed the spaghetti and the meatballs and this.
Oh, I can't make spaghetti. I can't make the spaghetti. It's
That's
always
one of the easiest things to make.
And rice. I can't make that either. It's never the right texture. Something's always off. I'll be like, oh, so I don't cook those two. No pasta, no rice. I can't make that.
No, honey, rice. I don't even eat rice, but I can cook rice.
Yeah, I can cook rice in the Uncle Ben's 90-second bag. Just tear it open, stick it in the microwave.
No, I don't even do that. Now I'm gonna just say that, at this point in life, the easier for me to cook, the better. But I always use whatever up. But I get the little bag and I throw it in the boiling water. Takes a few seconds, a few minutes or whatever. Take that bag out, add that butter in, because I already knew how the people in my household liked it. Lots of butter.
Lots of butter.
And then if they wanted to add their own sugar or whatever, they could do that.
To the rice?
Some do. Don't. I said the same thing.
Okay.
So, I don't eat it, but I can cook it and I have somebody say, is this enough butter? I can look and see if it's enough butter, but I just let them taste it or whatever. But yeah, simple or better. Pasta, easy peasy.
No, I made pasta one time. My husband said, well, I made it one time before this, but this last time I made it, never am going to make it again. He asked me to cook. I said, cool. I'll make, spaghetti pasta because I know he likes that. So I was like, let me just do it. We had just moved into the house. I was like, oh, let me be all fancy. We just moved into the house, And girl, when I cooked that pasta, I don't know what happened. All of the pasta turned into it looked like porridge. Yeah. And I was like,
no, you overcooked it. I'm going to tell you the simplest way that I do it. I bring cold water. Start with cold water.
Okay.
Make it, put it on there, add your little, sprinkle some salt in there, not a lot, just a little bit. Or sometimes you can sometimes you can even spray in a little olive oil or Pam.
Yes.
So I do that when I remember. But, make sure it's up to a rolling boil. Don't put the stuff in there unless you see all the water bubbling.
Okay.
Then you add your spaghetti. In the process, you stir it a couple times, let it do its thing. And I'm telling you, the sure way to tell if your pasta is done, you just pick out one, throw it up.
Throw it on the ceiling.
Throw it on your cabinet. If it sticks, it's done.
And that's al dente, right? That's what when they say al dente.
I don't really cook it. You cook it al dente if you're going to pop it in the oven. You're not popping this in the oven. So you want to make sure that it is completely done. You take that little string, you throw it out, because what's going to happen, once you take it out, it's going to be dry and it's just going to stick. If it slides, it's not ready.
I don't know why you give me these cooking lessons.
I don't either, but I just thought someone else in the audience did.
Right. But the listeners might need to know how to make pasta. Because I'm not cooking for my husband no more.
Hey, girl, yes. Even if you want to use jar sauce, honey, you can get some of that. You get some really good jar sauce. You can also zhuzh that up. And and you can even get pre-made meatballs if you want to. If you're not into doing all the rolling of it.
Yeah, I like to do all sticky and gross.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, there's just so many variations of how you can get this spaghetti made. But the key thing is to have those noodles right.
Yeah, because that was horrible. And then because he was coming home from work, girl, I seasoned that porridge looking stuff. He took it to work with him the next day and said he ate it. I know he lied. He threw that in the trash because no human could have ate that.
I'm dying. Well, girl, I tell you, it's just, so many. Now, between myself and my granddaughter and, my daughter a little bit, I think that she and I are probably the most pickiest people about food. Yeah. And one day I tried some, what is it called? Is it the Mississippi spaghetti? I tried, it's got some state name, honey, but it's really spaghetti. It's really spaghetti with chili. Now, I was introduced to this years ago with my dad because he fixed some one day. And you have your noodles and get your chili and put it on top. And, if you want to add cheese or, whatever you want to add, that's extra. And I was like, oh my God, is he eating chili on his spaghetti? I just wasn't with it. Well, later in life, a friend of mine fixed some. And I was like, oh, my dad used to eat this. They were like, it's good. I'm like, I don't know. It is very delicious.
Is it?
By the way, it is. So that's an easy tip for you. Cook something like that. I know you're not, but I'm just saying, try it. But
my husband would appreciate you encouraging me to do it. And like, I don't mind cooking for him. I really don't. I just hate when I cook for him and then he complains. I was like, why did I waste my time? I could have done something else. So one night I cooked just for me and my baby. He's like, babe, you made something for me to eat? I was like, no, you're not gonna like it anyway.
Right. Why bother?
Right.
Oh, Tia. Oh, yeah. Taught him how to make it now.
With eggs, though?
So no, she was saying the same with chili. She taught him how to make chili and scrambled eggs.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank goodness
but
you're
you
here.
know that there is a pasta dish where you add eggs to it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Look, I like the air fryer, which I bought my husband one.
I just need to have one. I really need. I mean, I look all the time.
Get the 5-quart. It's worth it.
Yes, that is definitely what I want, even though it's just me. But I want my food to have room because I want to cook something leftovers, because I don't want to cook every day. Girl, just the other day I went to Walmart. I didn't go to Walmart. I had to bring me some extras because I said, okay, Tuesday we're gonna have fajitas because it's Taco Tuesday, and Wednesday or Thursday because I don't really like to do too much cooking on Wednesday. But we're gonna have
with all them shows you have. Yeah.
Well, it's a light week this week, but we're gonna have breakfast dinner. Oh, and I love having breakfast dinner.
Yes.
So I'll be doing like a little breakfast dinner so we can have that because I don't do it all the time. But since she's here, I thought we'd do it.
Yeah, do it for sure. That air fryer is life. I bought it for my husband. He loves
it.
Yes.
For me. Clearly, you bought it for you.
He loves that thing. He talks about the air fryer with his customers on the phone. He's like, yeah, my wife got me an air fryer. I'm like, dang, you really like
excited.
Yeah.
I can't talk because whenever I buy a air fryer, I will be excited like I was excited about my new coffee maker.
Yes. Oh, I saw that on IG. Which the crazy part, we got the air fryer. Like we were in Target and the air fryer was on sale. I just happened to see it. I was like, babe, you want to get an air fryer? Because I've been trying to talk him into it. And he won't let me buy him anything because he's like, why spend money? It's a waste. And I'm like, because it's for you. But if I want something, he'll say yes all the time. So I told him I wanted an air fryer so we could buy it. I could care less. But that Target didn't have it. So I ordered it inside that Target for the Target down the street. We went there, went inside to pick it up. They pulled it on the shelf, but they hadn't brought it out. The guy who brought it out to me talked about that air fryer for like at least 10 minutes. Like he was so excited. He was like,
you have to send me the one you have.
I'll send you a picture of it. He was like, me and my wife got an air fryer and we love it. Da, 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 da. He talked to me at the like he was done. Like, you already paid. All he had to do was give me the air fryer, but he was like holding my air fryer hostage so he could tell me
about it.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. So
send me the link or something to the one, a picture or something to the one that you have. Because I know Tina, she was excited as well with hers. Because I was like, is that a whole air fryer? She has this. A big one.
It's worth it.
I was just like, oh my God, I cannot wait because I think that not only is it helpful for healthy eating,
it is.
When you want to eat those things that we really still shouldn't eat, but it tastes better in the air fryer.
And all the oil goes to the bottom, so you don't have to eat the oil.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Kenya, do you have air fryer liners? Because my sister gave me air fryer liners, and I like them a lot.
Oh, I didn't even know there was such.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to make sure I get this. That's fun, though.
Or you can get the silicone ones that are reusable, depending on how you feel about, throwing things out.
Oh, you have the Emerald Lagasse one. Oh, Christy's bougie. She has the Emerald Lagasse air fryer.
Yeah, Big Lots had that one Big Lot sold that one because I went and looked at that. I was going to sell that one on Amazon.
About Big Lot. I need to check there too.
Target.
That would be my next purchase is the air fryer, because the girls gave me that the coffee maker, because I was like, I need a new coffee maker because I'm trying to break the chains.
What, to just drink one pot? I don't change when we break it.
Okay, so clearly you don't read my IG. Hearing myself. Clearly you don't read my IG posts. But
my bad.
That's a whole nother issue for a whole nother day. We can talk about this some other day. But I'm just really decluttering from my past.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yes. Are you expecting me to read the captions when you have a reel or a post? Like, are people expecting me to read that?
In order to reply, maybe?
I'm going to reply regardless. I'm just saying.
I see that you're one of those. You just scroll to the end to see the question, or so you know how to comment? Oh,
just a comment. Like, comment, save. Next. Like, if you need me to know something, say it in the clip. I'm just trying to give you some engagement. I only have this much time. I love y'all, but I'm not reading all of that.
Oh, baby, talking about the realism that was just said. Girl, I read every caption.
It's still there for you.
I mean, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. But I read every caption everybody writes.
No, I can't. But I also don't measure. Y'all know who I am.
Wow. Wow.
You know who I am. Okay. I don't measure. Really? I don't answer customer questions. Y'all thought I was reading y'all captions? Come on now.
Speaking of customer questions, I had one last night. Now, y'all know I'm good for engagement. I'll answer questions, but this one lady came back and says, do you happen to know the name of this swimsuit? So I refer back to my phone thinking, did I leave the name of the description?
Like the brand. Right.
So it states Miracle Suit Swimsuit.
She wants to know the name of that.
Well, I don't know. I could have called it Chloe, and that would have been the name, because it didn't come with a name.
Right.
So I could have called it anything. And then she asked me, does it dip in the front? So I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't know personally, but I was trying to look at it and remember if it did. And I was like, no, it covers, And then she came back. She said, no, what I meant was some of their items dip in the front, and I needed to know if the seam was straight across.
Oh, like this instead of U-shape.
Here I go. This is what I wanted to say was, it's evidence in Exhibit 2 that the seam goes straight across. I didn't say that.
Of course not.
I said, oh, I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding. Yes, the seam does go straight across. Now, at the end, I wanted to say, don't ask me nothing else. Are you going to buy it or not?
And this is why I just avoid questions, because I don't want to feel like that.
I was looking at my phone and I'm like, well, clearly in picture 2, Exhibit 2.
Right.
You can see the seam because I took a picture of the back of the.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't.
And that's why, because it used to have me feeling like that some sort of way. And that's when I just stopped doing it. I said, we're done. I'm not doing that no more. This is the air fryer.
I was about to say, what is happening?
The air fryer you wanted to see.
Well, I thought you was just going to send me a picture.
Well, I figured the Slayers were like, she going to send it to Rhonda. We want to know what it is too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad on price.
Yes. It's the Gourmia 5-quart digital air fryer.
Well, let me just jot that down.
Yep. I love it.
Because
Target had a whole bunch to pick from. We took a little bit to select which one. Plus, then we looked online to make sure.
She froze
and this is the one. Sometimes it goes on sale in your local store.
Okay. You definitely froze. So you did a moment ago.
I don't know know why. It goes on sale, so I didn't pay this price. I got it on sale, so I think it was $20 cheaper. So just, look around at the physical store. Online, it's never on sale.
Okay, and let me look up let me write the name of it down again, because I need to know.
Let me just put the link in the chat. Hold on, y'all.
Girl, I ain't gonna go back to the chat. I'm fixing to write this down right here. Unlike you, I don't go back, which I do need to go back to my
I don't either. I don't need to rewatch this. That's why I do it live. So I don't have to.
Unless people, comment something nice, and I need to go back and, try to catch it.
I think I put it in the chat.
I always like to respond.
Oh, I can't put it in the chat because it says the link is like the characters are only 200 characters, and the link was like 200, almost 300 characters.
That's cool. I wrote it down, so
it was weird.
I could go check it out, because that is going to be, and then hindsight, I should have asked for an air fryer for Mother's Day, but I wanted a new coffee machine. So
what did I ask for Mother's Day? I asked for something.
And my daughter is so crazy. She's like, just pay this bill for me. I was like, oh, well, okay.
That's easy.
Easy peasy.
Yes. Tasha, that's facts. We put a whole chicken in our air fryer. Yep, that's why we got the 5-quart. And at Walmart, the reason we even started this grocery conversation and got off track, what I was going to say is what I'm trying to do is order groceries daily to deliver to my house. So every day at 8 a.m., yes, every day at 8 a.m., they bring grocery, and it's the meals for the day. It's not breakfast, it's lunch, dinner, and breakfast for the next day. And then that way my refrigerator doesn't get overfull. I don't waste no food. They're going to deliver it anyway. It's free delivery. Whatever.
Let me say this to that.
Well, let me tell you about the chicken real quick and then tell me. So at Walmart, they have a bag of pre-seasoned chicken. So they pre-season it. It's all done in like a bag. It's raw and it's got handles on it. So when we do that, if that's our meal for that day, then all we have to do is take it out of that bag and stick the whole thing in the air fryer. And that's it. And it cooks itself. And then I just have to go and eat it, with the sides that I prepared. But yes, tell me about your everyday meal delivery.
I need you young people to stop doing this. I need y'all to stop going to the store for every meal.
Oh, I'm not going to the store.
Stop having delivery every day. Why? Let me just come there. Even though you said I can't, I am. I'm going to stock that house, and y'all not going to have to have nothing every day for the grocery store.
I don't like the house stocked. That bothers me.
Why does it bother you?
I don't like my fridge to be full. I don't like my freezer to be full.
Yes, you do. You need this. You need your freezer to be full so you can go in there and say, this is what I'm having today. Take it out the night before, thaw it out, and there, voila.
Question. Someone put on Instagram, I don't remember who, that it's not someone I engage with a lot, so I can't remember, but they put, they're the type of person that will, instead of thawing out their meat, they'll go to the store and buy a new pack of meat. And then I wrote in the comments, I don't thaw my meat, I just cook it from frozen to done. Oh, Lord.
Y'all, I'm just not even going to continue this conversation with Tiana at this point, because this is why her husband doesn't like her food.
But this is the crazy part. I've cooked for my husband before, and the only thing he will actually eat that I've cooked is the meat. It's the sides, or like I said, if I try to make pasta or rice, he doesn't like. For years, he'll eat the meats. He recooks everything else. He's never recooked the meat. He has recooked everything else. For years, he had no idea I cooked it from frozen to, and my husband's very picky. Y'all know this. Like, y'all know he don't eat my food. He never knew I was cooking it from frozen to done. He was like, one time.
How do you even season that?
It was here at this house. So it had to been during the pandemic. He came into the kitchen and says, what are you doing? Because he was like, you cook the meat, I'll cook everything else, because you're not going to be able to cook everything else. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm cooking meat. He was like, no. I was like, yes. This is how I've always cooked it. He's like, I was like, you never had a problem. He's like, and he laughed because he knew he never had a problem with my meat. And he could not believe it. His mind was blown. He was like, how do you cook the meat like that? And he asked me the same thing.
It takes a long time.
He said, when do I season it? And I said, well, I don't cook it all the way through. You turn the temperature down and it's in the pot and it's doing its thing. And then partway through, then you season it all up. You put all your stuff in. You do everything you're going to do. And then you finish cooking it. It takes way less time than if I actually thawed or if I forget to take it out of the freezer and put it in the fridge, because that's what he does. He takes it out of the freezer, he puts it in the fridge, he cooks it the next day. I just take it straight out the freezer and cook it. And he was shocked because that is literally the only thing he'll eat that I cook. And he couldn't believe I cooked it from frozen to done. And I was like, yeah. So he watched.
What to sort see of how witchery is this? Christy said, make it make sense. I'm trying to make it make sense.
I don't know how to explain it. Tia says you don't cook frozen meat, but I always have. Like, no one has ever known unless I told them. And I've cooked for very picky eaters, women who know how to cook. No one has ever said, like, I can't make no sides to save my life. I told y'all now. I know I'm no good at that. But no one has ever had a complaint.
Oh, hey, creative guru.
Oh, hey, cool. What's up?
My God, this is just, baby, look at here. I'm going to tell you, I'm from the old school. We thought our meat out, we get it cleaned. I mean, this is just like, should you wash your meat or should you not?
I clean it before I freeze it, so it's already clean.
Genia, don't say it louder for the people in the back. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here because everybody has their own way of doing things, and that if that's what's working for you, that's fine, as long as you know you can cook meat and you cook it the way you cook it, and your husband family is happy with it. That's fine. I'm just from the old school. I don't even, honey. I just can't.
What bacteria? I must. Y'all help me with this bacteria, because just like we learned in science now, and I'm up for learning something new every day. So if I'm cooking it, where's the bacteria coming? Because it's in the pot, in the heat. It's cooking. It's not out in room temperature. Like, I know if I leave it out, and that's why I don't like to thaw it. Like, some people leave it in the sink, and I'm like, oh my God, you can't do that. Because but if I'm cooking it, when is the bacteria growing? I mean, I'm up, like I said, I'm up for learning something new.
No, I'm definitely learned something new today, because I'm just like, honey, I tell you, I mean, and you know what? And it of course is, when you're brought up in a home and you see people cooking all the time. Every woman in my family back in the day, when I was young, grandmother, aunts, even a couple of uncles, my dad included, were cooks. I mean, so it wasn't for the lack of being surrounded by, people who didn't know how to cook. I had more people who knew how to cook than not. True. So, and I just, watching them, thinking back, and I was like, okay, because back then they definitely, I think really way back then, people wasn't even washing it. It was until, later, they just, and that's still a controversial topic today.
To wash the meat.
Do you wash your meat?
Or your eggs? Yes.
Washing your eggs?
Yes, because
you wash your eggs. You wash your eggs definitely if they're farm fresh, because they do clean.
In England, you cannot wash the eggs, so that's against the rules. They cannot wash the eggs. Here in America, they have to be washed. So it's a whole country not washing their eggs, and then we're a whole country that washes them. So it's the same with the meat, like.
And my point is, that chicken, whatever your thing is, like a hamburger meat, turkey, ground turkey, anything needs to defrost. It needs to be thawed out. I mean, don't go washing your ground meat, because I saw a video like that one day, and You would wash your ground meat?
I wash my ground turkey every time before I cook it. I don't freeze it though. I just wash it and cook it.
Oh, okay. So I'm like, well, if it's frozen, then it's already, but
it's not frozen, it's fresh, and then I wash it and then put it in the skillet and make the, turkey tacos.
Oh. This is gonna have to be another segment, Tina. Christy, because I need some backup because I
oh my gosh.
Now, I think that when it comes to I still have I have some of that. I was thinking about making cheesesteaks this week. Now before that, I'll take my meat out, make sure it's frozen. And then when it hits that pan, honey, I chop it on up. I have my little gadget. I just chop it up and go ahead and proceed. But it's definitely anything I'm cooking is thawed out, unless, I just bought it, of course. But it's thawed out and I need to cook it that way. Because I need all of my seasonings to be engulfed.
Yes, and I season midway through and then finish, which my midway is probably your starting point.
Yeah, I mean, girl, I'm gonna be trying to wrap my head around this all day. Because
even the girl I left a comment,
I'm gonna be like,
listen, Tiana. The girl I left a comment for was very confused too. She was like, I don't think your meat is gonna taste like. I mean, she was trying to be nice, like anything, and I was like, no, because even in the thing, I was like, where my other girls at? Who cook from frozen to done? And she was like, I don't.
We're gonna have to do a poll on this.
I'm sure we're the minority. I'm sure we're the minority. I understand that, but it's still being done.
And then Tia said, what? Especially if you're putting in the crock. I don't even put frozen food in my crock pot. No, anything I cook has definitely been thawed out unless I just purchased it that day to cook that day. But usually, no. And this thing about farm fresh eggs,
that's true.
I didn't know that, but I've heard people who do that.
Yeah.
That they say that, to get all the whatever off of it. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And don't need to be put in the fridge.
They don't. I think they can last a long time. Tina tell me, because my friend, she had a chicken coop in the back of her house. And she's from Puerto Rico. She is from Puerto Rico. She grows her own herbs and everything. And when I came to her house, she had this beautiful display of all her eggs. And she didn't need to refrigerate them because they come out with that coating. So I do know that's true because I researched it, because I was like, girl, I'm not eating eggs at your house that had sitting out here for how long? So I researched it.
Okay, because first of all, I'm not Jen. And so come on with it, Jen. My end is your beginning, but the midway can't be the end unless you make it your new beginning. Come on with it, Jen.
That was hilarious.
Come on, Jen, come through with that.
Ooh, she sounds like Willy Wonka.
But Jen, I still need you to make it make sense. Because I'm just like, oh my God. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't know that about eggs because I was raised with my eggs in the refrigerator.
Of course.
And so that's where they are right now. But then I have been so slack on eating eggs. I need to test to see if the eggs are still good. Isn't it floats is good? I mean, if it sinks is good. If it floats is bad.
I don't know, because I just buy them one carton at a time. I never had to check.
I've got a carton and a half in there, and I have been not eating eggs every day like I was. Oh, they last about. See, you really have to be eating eggs daily. I haven't eaten eggs, but I bought some boiled eggs.
Oh yeah, I like a boiled egg. I usually buy them already boiled.
I just eat the white part. But
you don't eat the yolk? Huh. Okay. Yeah, apparently butter also doesn't need to go in the fridge. I had a roommate once who didn't put her butter in the fridge. She just left it on the stove. So I bought butter.
Mine is sitting right there. It's not enough. And let me tell you that back in the day, here I go, y'all, again, with back in the day. But I'm just saying, this is all my experiences.
Yeah.
Back in the day, my parents, my aunt, grandpa, all the women in my family never put their stuff in the fridge.
But it was made different. So I'd be scared that they changing it up and now it needs to go in the fridge.
But let me tell you, I got accustomed to putting it in the fridge. As I got older, I had my own place. I put it in the refrigerator. I never left it out. And because by that time they came out with margarine in the tub and all kind of stuff that you had to keep refrigerated.
Right.
So when I was staying with my friend, she had her sitting out, and I was like, I forgot all about that. So now I keep it in the fridge until I need it.
But it was a stick of butter, but not a tub.
My stick of butter is sitting over there in my little Ray Dunn butter thing.
Okay, fancy.
You know that. But yeah, it doesn't need that. And it, you know what? And even if it does, you know, you can do that old trick about putting it in a jar, a glass, you know, as long as the jar is heated, you know, run some hot water on it, stick that in there, put a top on it, boom, you have soft butter.
Oh, yeah, we microwave it, but okay.
Oh, you could do that if you just for a, you know, half a second or whatever. But I only melt my butter if I'm using it to, you know, as a paste on top of something or something like that. I do that for it's sitting out soft. If I want to make toast in the oven, you know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, making your toast in the oven, you got to do this.
Yes.
You know, to be able to watch it so it won't burn. So it won't burn. But yeah, that's a good. I love it that way, and I just had forgot about it. But she does hers that way.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's true. So when I was like, oh, because at first I was like, why did I buy this butter thing? Well, now I know.
That's why. And
yes, Christy, Ray done.
Make you some breakfast. Christy says she don't use microwaves. She puts her snacks in it. Girl, that's not a snack cabinet.
Wait, you put your snacks in your microwave? Girl, look. Now I tell you, my mom.
I hope it's not plugged in.
My mom wanted a microwave so bad, so she ended up. My dad got her one, and then she was like, "I don't know how to use this." So you know, I showed her how to use it, whatever. Child, she never used that thing. Never used it. And when I go through, I use it when I was staying there helping them out or whatever. I use it all the time. And she was like, "That's not really cooking." And I was thinking, no, but it's good to heat up. Because I know people who still don't like certain things. They don't like microwave cooking or the taste of it.
Some people put their eggs in a microwave, and that's gross to me.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm tell you something. Back when they first really came out and I had got my first one, they come with a little cookbook or whatever, and they had in there how you could make your eggs in the microwave. It wasn't bad. But my same friend still does make her some eggs. She puts it in a little, you know, plastic bowl, paper, plastic, whatever. Adds her little seasoning in there, whips it right on up, pops it right on in there. I was like, okay, girl.
It's like something is off about that texture when it's in the microwave. And I don't like that in my mouth, like that feeling. And so I cannot microwave my eggs. They have to be cooked.
Yeah, I really rather pull out my my skillet because it's just a 1, 2, 3. Either I'm gonna fry it or I'm gonna scramble it. So I'm gonna scramble every time. It doesn't take that long either way. Put that Pam in there because I like to cook with Pam because you know calorie conscious at times, and you know because to me I don't like them too buttery. That's the thing for me.
That's interesting.
I don't like them too buttery. Because one, I really probably don't need all that cholesterol, but real butter or that Irish butter is very good for you.
Oh, that Irish butter is boss.
Baby, ain't it? Woo, child. I didn't know they came in like a little plastic container.
Yes, they do.
That's spreadable. Baby, I got one in the freezer right now.
Yummy.
Yeah, it is delicious. Honey.
When I discovered pesto too, I was like, what have I been missing my whole life?
Pesto is very good. We done turned this into a whole cooking channel.
We did. And how that happened. From BV
you took us. Well, honey, that's because you slayed us with the frozen meat cooking. We had to try to make it make sense, as Christy said. Oh my God. I'm just like,
y'all gonna make me make a video. Y'all gonna have to make me make a video of me cooking meat from frozen to done. Frozen to done is what it's gonna be called. Yes. Okay. I don't have any other announcements except for make sure you get your tickets to the Swagslayer reseller webinar on May 29th from noon to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with myself and Nisha, Geeky Niche, who is a 6-figure Amazon seller. We're going to be talking about several platforms, including Amazon and Inventory Labs, and of course, marketing. So the link is in the bio, or you can get, in the description, not the bio.
I just want to come for marketing.
Yeah, come for that, please. Several people have already gotten their tickets. It's going to be an intimate event, so there are only so many tickets because we want to answer your specific questions about what you're doing, so it could be beneficial for you. So the link is in the description, or you can go to swagslayer.com to get tickets. Also on June 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on the Swagslayer Fashion YouTube channel, we will be doing the Swagslayer Paint Night Live. You can get your paint kit from the link in the bio below. It's the milkshake link. You can get a kit for 1 or a kit for 2. It's cheaper if you get the kit for 2, of course, but if they're not 2 of you, then get the kit for 1. The kit for 2 is for children, so it comes with a child's smock. It comes with 2 children's smocks. You don't need the smock. You can give it to a child, donate it or resell it, of course. But you get more canvases and you get 2, not tripods.
2 easels.
Yes, easels. Thank you. You get 2 easels. So if you have somebody else that you're going to be painting with live that evening, there'll be several of us on the screen. We're going to read the directions out. We are painting A Starry Night by Van Gogh.
I don't know why we had to get this difficult ass painting.
It's going to be beautiful. Watch.
Mine is going to look like, wait. It's going to look like blasé.
You're going to judge it up, Rhonda. It'll be fine. And then
I'm going to paint it all pink.
To show, if you want to show your painting on the live, you'll have the opportunity where we'll drop the link and you can jump on the live show and show your painting. So, yes, you can watch it from your phone, Christy. You don't have to watch from the laptop. And then that way everyone can participate in the audience as well. I like to invite the Slayers up to show their things off, like we did at karaoke night, which is no longer on the YouTube because, of course, we played copyrighted music, but we had a great time.
I know. Girl, I feel you. Because I'm like, why would she pick this difficult pick? Y'all heard what I said in the comment in the chat, but I'm just like, I'm not that creative, honey. A Starry Night. Yeah, give me a vase with some flowers. But
so we got to do something iconic, of course.
It'll be iconic, all right. Let me just remind you guys that tomorrow is brunch with Diva, and I'll be having Iridot. Is it Iridot 680? I never remember. But I am actually happy to introduce him to those who don't know him. He does a lot of bleach tie-dye, and we'll be talking about that. Especially, we'll be talking about who he is, what he does, how he got started, the meat and potatoes. Y'all know how I do it. So that's tomorrow on Instagram, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. Also on May 22nd, which is Saturday, my plus size reselling group will be hosting an IG Live plus size sale.
Yes.
So let me just clarify. You do not have to be plus size to attend. You could be shopping for your others. You could be looking for inventory. You might be looking for a gift. Either way it goes, we'll be there. We'll have sizes from 0X on up. And I'm really excited about this for my group because, we just trying to grow in all types of fashions, having a presence on Instagram. And my entire admins, they're amazing. So we are ready. I have 8 or 9 sponsors for this event. So definitely show up because you want to get in on some of these good prizes, honey. And buy something for your hangers. You got an empty hanger. So buy something for that hanger. But I'm looking forward to it. It is 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. So definitely come out. There are 6 of us, so we'll probably be going, in increments of 2. I'll probably be on there because I'll be doing moderate, what I do. I'm an announcer and a speaker, darling. So I'm just so excited for it because I don't think that we've ever had a plus size IG Live sale that's strictly plus size. Now, I have a couple of cute little extra larges or something like that, to throw up in the batch, a couple of larges and things. So, but I hope you guys come out and visit, see, win some prizes, grab your snacks. I always got to have a good old snack for a good old live sale and things. But those are things that I have coming up this week. And I'll be in Clubhouse on and off Wednesday, Thursday, tonight with Tiana, maybe, depending on if it doesn't clash with something else
Your
I got
other
going
responsibilities.
on. Yeah, but that's it. That's all for me. And thanks again for joining us today here on the Swagslayer Fashion Channel, darling.
Yes, thank you so much for reminding us about that event. It is this Saturday. The month has gone by so fast. I cannot believe it's already the 18th. I will definitely be at that event. Again, I am in Clubhouse tonight with Terry in the Evolving Always Club at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She did drop the link in the chat earlier, and if I was paying attention, I would have copied and pasted it and dropped it for you again, but I was not. So I'm gonna drop it. Yeah, here it is. Can I don't think I can copy and paste this. Dang it. This is the link, which is not helpful, but I will drop it down and right at the end of the video after we end, and it still should pop up as the last comment as long as I can find it on the actual YouTube channel, which is what I'm trying to do, and that's why I look crazy right now. So don't forget to meet us over there, and then we'll see you Thursday here at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Swagslayer Talk, where we will bring you other content that is a fire as well. If you have any questions for me on the replay, don't forget to leave them in the comments. If you have any subject that you'd like me to talk about, or like us, it's not just me and Rhonda, to talk about, leave those in the comments as well. We'll be happy to do research and help you guys out, because we're all about fun, finance, and fashion here at the Swagslayer Fashion YouTube channel. And that is what we do. So until next time, Slayers, we will see you. Bye.
Bye, y'all.